Hello, settlers.
Thank God. It's not as energetic as the
Yes,
previous episodes, the
a
couple of
little bit
previous episodes.
toned down. It toned down
Iya.
because I'm not wearing my scarf the way I usually do. Like
Oh iya,
upper.
ibu
Mm-hmm.
ibu PNS. Mohon maaf.
Assalamualaikum.
Iya.
Aduh, mau kondangan Pak?
Oh iya.
Aduh, kita hari ini lagi suasananya lagi sangat bercorak-corakan dan berbeda ya dari biasanya ya.
Okay. Why is that? Because
Because
ini ceritanya tematik. Ya, tematik.
yes.
So we are going to talk about one of the most common questions, at least in English interviews. Yeah, kalau bahasa Indonesia, I'm not too familiar. To be honest, actually, I've never been in an Indonesian interview because I've always applied for
Yes.
an English teacher job.
English teacher, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, so in English, at least, it's a very common question.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
And I personally have interviewed teachers for English Today, and I have personally asked this question as well. And the answers are most of the time disappointing.
Yeah. So biasa aja ya. A little boring maybe and out of
Yeah.
topic mungkin ya.
Yeah, I remember one of the candidates told me about how he was planning to get a second wife, and I was like, how is this relevant to your job?
Is he applying for what do you call dating app?
No, a teaching position, but he told me about his family and his aspirations.
Oh dear.
How he wanted to
Okay.
get a second wife, but he didn't go through it.
Right. That must
So
be.
I was like, sir, sir,
quite an interesting interview you must have, yes?
yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you very much, Miss Kiki, for meeting me today.
Okay.
My
Kenapa
name
jadi?
is. Jadi ceritanya mau langsung interview sih ceritanya.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you,
I
Miss
kind of
Kiki,
like.
for the thank you, Miss
Yes.
Kiki, for the opportunity to meet with me today.
You're most welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Ya. Ibu HRD mungkin ada pertanyaan untuk saya?
Oke, jadi ini sebelum kita ngomongin tentang pembahasan artikel yang our settlers should read first, ya kan?
Yes. Ya, kita udah nyerocos aja ya
Kita udah nyerocos
kebiasaan.
aja, ya kan?
Okay, so this is
Kita,
actually
ya.
one of the other segment that we are introducing. So there's a reading exercise. So the link to the article will be in the description of the episode.
Yes.
So go ahead and read that first before you continue listening to our episode.
Yes, karena kita akan membahas hanya bagian yang di artikel itu ya, tapi tidak satu persatu. Jadi lebih ke gist of what the article is about. Artinya adalah kisi-kisi.
Main idea, main points.
Main pointnya aja. Jadi kita bahas itu semua. Makanya kalau kalian belum baca, you won't know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
If you won't understand. Jadi lebih baik baca dulu, baru dengerin lagi, okay?
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. So, Miss
referring to.
Tell me about yourself, please, Miss Kiki Zulfira.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Ini beneran mau tahu jawaban aku ya?
Iya dong, Miss Kiki Zulfira. Please tell me about yourself. Ini serius loh, Miss Kiki. Ini job interview loh. Gimana sih, Miss Kiki?
I'm sorry, sir. I will try to answer your question. Thank you for the question. I have spent probably 15 years of teaching experience. I started in kindergarten school before I started teaching in an English course. And one of the experiences I've made was making lesson plans, arranging some activities for the students, and also making exams and checking them, and also helping them to prepare for their TOEFL or TOEIC test preparation. So those are one of my job that I've done before. And kan aku jadi bingung deh. Aduh, maaf ya. I'm not really well prepared for this.
Aduh, yeah, mohon maaf ya, SETlers, because that was definitely not scripted.
It's definitely not scripted. And
But I think you did very well, and I think you
Thank
actually
you.
followed the formula that was written in the article, right?
Yes, I tried.
So, yeah. So do you agree with the formula that they suggested in the article?
Yeah, I think it's very easy to follow, and I think from there we can develop our sentences or our experiences, stories based on what the interviewer wants to hear from us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ki. Every time I look at you, ingat itu jadi ibu PNS gitu ya. It's just not how you usually dress up. I'm very
Trying to look different.
I'm very distracted by the way you dress today.
Okay, don't be.
Okay, going
Okay.
back,
Yes.
kembali ke laptop
The
ya.
laptop, yes.
Literally,
yes.
actually, ya, literally kembali ke laptop. Okay, so yeah, the formula actually, I
Yeah.
would say it summarizes that what the question is about really. Because yeah,
And
as I mentioned earlier, kadang nanya, tell me about yourself, terus yang diceritain, iya saya mau punya istri kedua, mau poligami. That is not relevant to the job. I don't care about that. That is your business.
yeah, tapi in the article itself, it says that we could get personal, right?
Okay,
So-
but how personal is personal?
Exactly. So, in my opinion, I think there should be boundaries, yeah, so that you don't get too out of topic. You know what I mean? And it's not really relevant to what you're doing, and it's just gonna be a waste of time, really. Jadi mungkin the most neutral thing is to talk about your family, your hobbies. I think that should be okay, right?
Yeah, but Gavin did say in the article, Gavin says that it can be useful to weave in some personal information as long as wait, hold on, where did he say it? I remember I cannot find it right now, but I remember he mentioned something like basically you can share your personal experience, your personal story, as long as it is relevant to your professional career, to your professional experience. So let's say maybe like you, for example, okay, I remember you said that your dad was a diplomat. Was it correct?
No, he was a banker.
Oh, but he moved around a lot.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
that is how you started learning English, right?
Yes, that's right.
So there you go. So like that piece of information can be useful in your job interview because it is relevant to your professional career.
That is true. You need to make sure that you know what to say and you make it as brief as possible so
Yes.
that the interviewer also get a little bit ideas about who you are as a person. You know what I mean?
Yes, there you go. If Kiki told the story about how she got her first kiss, or maybe how she
Very personal.
very personal, yeah. It's completely irrelevant to her
Yes.
teaching career.
Yes, and it could harm your reputation. I mean, you might ended up not getting hired.
Yeah, because it's just what's the word?
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. I cannot even speak English now.
Bleber ya? Apa? Blepotan ya?
Belepotan, tuh kan? Nggak bisa bahasa Indonesia juga.
Tuh kan, jadi kebalik, ya kan?
Okay, but in the article, they also suggested perhaps because tell me about yourself it's a very vague question.
Yes, they're very broad.
Broad, yeah.
Answer,
Maybe that's a better choice of word. It's very broad. Jadi kadang orang jadi bingung kayak, aduh jawabnya gimana ya? Gitu. Apa aja
Mulainya
sih
dari
harus?
mana, gitu kan?
So they suggested instead to perhaps worded atau di apa tuh? Di apa bahasa Indonesia ya di
Di apa? Ditulis dulu, ditulis skripnya dulu.
Di Word itu di apa Ki?
I-
Diulang di I don't know I don't
latihan
know what the
ngomong
bahasa
dulu.
Indonesia is. You word
Dilatih,
it, disusun
disusun, iya.
pertanyaannya
Ya.
supaya lebih on target.
Yes, jadi tersusun dan sistematis dan jelas ya.
Yeah,
Semuanya ada di situ gitu.
yeah. So it won't be too broad. Like, tell me about yourself. I mean, if they tell you about how they want to have a second wife and telling about their first kiss, I
Masih
mean,
ya topiknya.
yeah, I mean, it's technically still about yourself.
Uh-huh.
Gitu.
Yes, that's
So they
right.
suggested with a question in the article. Do you agree with that question?
Sebenarnya for me, it's a little bit too complicated to understand by the interviewer. By the
Interviewee.
interviewee. Karena, okay, let alone in Indonesian, in English, even in Indonesian, it's a little confusing. Like, what would be useful for me to know about why you're in this conversation today? Jadi kayak bahasa Indonesia aja tuh kayak bingung gitu. Apa ya? Apa yang bermanfaat untuk aku untuk mengetahui kenapa kamu ada di percakapan ini hari ini, gitu kan? Jadi kayak, what?
Even the question sounds complicated alone, ya.
Yes. Jadi kayaknya bisa disimplify deh. Mungkin bisa lebih kayak, I have one for you, and I want you to try to answer this one,
Oh,
Gio.
no.
Okay, contohnya misalnya yang paling simple. So, Gio, what makes you you?
Okay. That's a very deep and serious question. Thank you very much for the question, Miss Zulfira.
Oh,
Allow me to explain about myself. Ini buying time ini.
Ya, ini buying time banget
Ceritain.
ya.
Ini buying time sambil mikir nih. Allow me to explain. Allow me to answer your question.
Ini spontan ya, by the way, SETlers.
So what makes me me? Okay, mungkin sebagai intermezzo, what makes me me or what makes you you itu bahasa Indonesia apa sih yang membuat elu itu
Jadi elu.
jadi elu gitu.
Iya kan?
So what makes me me? I am a perfectionist.
Okay.
Although I have, suddenly I get so nervous.
Bukan? Emang gini nih jadinya. Okay.
I am a perfectionist, but throughout my education in university and throughout my working career, I have learned to lower my expectations because I cannot expect people to meet my standards.
Ooh.
And I cannot expect everyone to work like how I would work or how the quality that I could produce. So sometimes I have to compromise between being a perfectionist and between a collaborative result or collaborative work.
Nice.
Hired.
Very wise of you, Gio.
Okay, jadi keterima ya Bu Zulfira ya.
Saya pikir-pikir dulu ya.
Oke.
Karena gaji Anda yang Anda minta ini agak ketinggian, jadi saya
gitu ya. Ini Miss Zulfiranya kayak banyak nyinyirnya juga ya. Cannot be HRD.
Iya, kayaknya. That's why I'm not an HR ya.
Well, so you would word it that way. What makes you you?
Yeah, I think so. Lebih terarah, maksudnya ini juga kan kita interview seseorang itu untuk mengetahui orang itu lebih lanjut kan, gitu.
Yes.
Jadi lebih terarah sih maksudnya.
Yeah, the purpose of the question itself is really to get to know you better. Like, tell me about you so that I can understand you more because I don't know anything about you, but in what is written in your CV. That is true. Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys think, SETlers? Tell me about this article and whether you find it useful or not. Do you have anything to say about your experience maybe? When someone asks you, what would you say? Right? And how would you say differently this time after reading the article? Let us know on our Instagram at English Today or our YouTube channel. English Today Indonesia. Or our TikTok channel at English Today. At English Today. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So I think that's a wrap for now. Until next time, settlers.
Until next time. I hope you
Bye-bye.
enjoyed.
Thank
And
you very
also,
much, Ms.
we'll see
Zulfira,
you.
for the opportunity.
You're most welcome, Mr. Giro. Thank you for coming to our interview today.
Thank you very much. I look forward to your response. Thank you very much. Have a good
Yes,
day.
let me think about it.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye, Settler.